Tuesday, week 11, his neighbors Greg and Sita is traveling to Washington, D.C. for spring break. Neighbors, that N-A-Y is never used. It's N-E-I-G-H. Okay, so we're going to fix that on neighbors. His neighbor Greg and Sita. Since there's two that's not is, we need plural, so we need are. They are traveling to Washington, D.C. Capital letter on W, and then the D.C. should be D, period, and then C, period. Okay, for spring break. Number two, we want to go ahead and say, in a united effort to meet our deadline, Bob photocopied Lexi stapled, and I filed papers. It's kind of hard because we don't have commas, so we want to say Bob photocopied, comma, Lexi stapled, comma, and I filed papers. Okay, so clean up a few other things. We want to say in a united effort to meet, M-E-E-T, to meet our deadline. Bob would get capitalized then. Bob photocopied, Lexi stapled, and I filed papers. Okay, and so that'll make number two look a lot nicer. Number three, we're going to circle the best analogy. Careful is to care, as interesting is to. And so what you have is that you have someone who is careful will treat people with care. Something that is interesting will bring people, and you want to go with interest. Okay, and they'll have interest. So that's what we would circle there. Then we have circle the subject for number four. High in the tree's branches was a perfect shiny apple. Now, what we want to look at here, this sentence is kind of flipped. High in the tree's branches was a shiny perfect apple. It should really be a perfect shiny apple was in the tree's high branches. And so since it really needs flipped, what was in the tree's branches is really our question. And so our answer to that would really be the apple. So really the apple is what should be circled there, because that's what was in the tree's branches. And then number five, we just have to tell us if it's declarative, interrogative, imperative, or exclamatory. Please return the completed form by August 10th. So we see our verb right there, return. Okay, but who's doing the returning? Well, they're asking you to return it, so they're giving you a command in reality. And so it's you understood. So since it's a command, that's also an imperative sentence, and so you would have had imperative sentence there. That is all for Tuesday, week 11.